Hello and welcome to the part 3 of reordering. In this video, we're going to apply what we have understood in the last part. So please make sure you follow along, and please, it's really important to watch until the end, because if you are just willing to skip things, then don't start this video from now. But if you are willing to learn and you are willing to put time and effort to learn something that will take you to the next level in your development journey, then you are welcome. You have come to the right place. We are here to learn the real stuff so we can build some real stuff, right? Well, we're not here to entertain you. We are here to teach you, to help you to move on to the next level for completely free. So without any further ado, let's get into it. So this was the diagram we have seen in the last video. It's time now to go and apply this, right? So as I told you, I have tried to record the last video for multiple times. So we are going to reset whatever we have done here in the side of Flutterflow, but the process is going to be so easy, don't worry. So the first thing that I would like you to change is going to be the custom code. So before, like in the last video, we saw that it will actually return a list of strings, not integers, and it will only accept a list of strings. But since IDs, like here as you can see, IDs are numbers, so we cannot actually the code won't accept them. They have to be turned into integers. So the code only accepted strings, but now you can just come here to the future list, and here you would find string, type in int, and also here do the same here. Then click on save and click then on compile, and you are good to go. So now let me just, so as I told you, so when you are reordering, you will have to have a field which is index, and always set it to increase it from the smallest to the biggest, because this is what we have seen here. We are going from, yes, let me show you. We are going from the smallest to the biggest, which is increasing. So now the first thing to do is to turn on the reorderable feature in the list view, and go inside, remove that, go to the reorder. It was the same, by the way. So what was the first step? Let's see here. What was the first step? Let's see, is to extract all the rows and save them into a stage. So let's have that stage at first. Here I have an IDs stage, which is it's a base stage. It's a list of integers. So we already have that. Let's just extract it. So let's go back to the list view here. On the reorder, the first step is to do what? It's to extract. It's extract. All right, IDs. So extract and save them where? In the page stage. So select that page stage, and we want to set the value. So let's now extract the IDs. So how do we do that? We click here, we go to map list items, and we choose the field we want to extract in all of those rows. So which one we want to extract? It's the IDs. Confirm. Now we have done the first step. The second step is to reorder. So the second step is to what? Is to reorder, right? Reorder items. So it's a custom action. It's to reorder items. So you give it, you see now it is accepting a list of strings. So where is this list of strings? It's this one, because here is where we save the list of IDs. So that was a paste stage, actually, as you can see here. So paste stage. So the old index, since you have enabled the reorderable list view, so click here and go with all the index. Do the same for the new index. And now, as we have seen in the previous video, this will return something. It will return a new list. So once it returned that directly, like don't do anything except to save the data, save the new list. So where you are going to save the new list. So you have actually reordered the one here from the page stage. Like that's the old list. Once you have got, like once you have saved, or once you have reordered, you will have the new list, because when you reorder, like here, this is the old list, this is the new list. So you have to save it back to this stage. Don't keep it. You have to save it back to the state. So click here and set the value to what? This time it's not, we are not going to extract, we are going to save the output of the previous action. So just click here, just don't do anything, just click there. And now we have saved it. So we have reordered, we have saved. Now it's time for what? To install the new list. So let's install it. So we're going to go into a loop. And by the way, I will not explain what loops are. Like I will make a video on what loops. It's going to be in the description down below. If it was not there, then make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell icon. So once I have published that, you will be the first one to be notified. So now the loop action. So here, can you find the loop condition? So any loop needs a condition. So this loop only runs. So this is the general loop. At this point, we had 4 items. Each run, we had 3. Each run, we had 2. Each run, we had 1. Each run. But when we had 0, it didn't run. So the condition is as long as we have more than 0 item in the ID. This is the condition. It only runs once we have more than 1. More than or equal to 1, or more than 0 anyway. So if you have more than 0, so we have here 1, we have here 2, we have 3, we have 4. All of this were greater than 0, so it ran. But once we were equal to 0, we had nothing, then it stopped. So the loop condition is going to be as long as the number of items in this base state, it's the number of items greater than 0. So this is the loop condition. So if we have that, if we have greater than 0, then we are going to do this. We are going to update what? We are going to update. So this all line can be saved in one action. So we are going to update a row, and to find him or to find that row, the ID is going to be the last one. As you can see here, the last one, that's the ID of the one we want to update. All right. And we are going to give it what? We are going to give it a new index. So let's go with the step by step. So let's update the row. So search update row. So we want to update the tasks. So for each row we want to update, we need to specify it. So how can we find the row? So we only can find it by its ID, because that is the unique thing about any row, which is it has a unique ID. So where can we use the ID? So it's the last item in that list. So good, let's go with that. So to find it, so the ID has to be equal to what? To the last item here. To click here, item as index, the last one. Yes, the last ID. So what we want to update is the index. We want to give it a new index. So what is going to be the new index? It is going to be the number of items. As you can see, the new index is the number of items in that list, in that state. So click here and say number of items. Good. But before you move on to the next loop, you gotta remove that, because you have done it with that. So click here and say remove the last ID. So how we do that? We search for page state, and click here, and we want to remove from list. So now you might ask me, hey, why don't you go with this? So here we will need to input a certain index, but if we want to go with this, like remove from list, they would ask you, hey, value to remove, like what you want to remove. I want to remove the last one. Like here we have an ID, we have a list. I just wanted to remove the last one. So remove. So I will again click here, item index, the last one. Yes, from this list I want to remove the last one. Yes, that is it. So once you have removed it, this loop will go back to the top, because that's the end. It will go back, it will find that if we still have more, then it will scan them and update, and then remove that last ID. So it's the same here. Let's actually go ahead and apply that. So there is only like one thing I wanted to tell you before we can jump into that uh, test, but I have already told you that. So the reordering will happen to, like, visually it will happen to the backend query, but in the backend it only happens to the IDs, and we go through all of this process to have this result. Good. So again, I know that for most of you it's gonna be hard. It was hard for me at the beginning, but now I'm fluent in it. I don't find any problem with it. If I am at a level of that, I can explain it to you in a simple way. This means I have already mastered that. But I started with it, and it was really complicated for me. And the secret that it helped me to get to this level was repetition and practice. Simply, if you want something to be just a quick fix, and you don't want to put your time and effort into it, then just ignore learning, ignore Flutterflow, ignore development, ignore anything, ignore doing something big in your life. Because when you want to do something big in your life, you gotta be ready to spend your time and energy into it to get better. Nobody has reached a high level in any field with quick fixes. Everybody has put some effort into what they were doing to get to a level where, or to get to some point that nobody could have ever gone, or few people have ever gone so far. So let's go to the test and see what we are going to have. So here we have the test mode. Sorry, I downloaded the APK. I wanted to download the APK, but that's not how you test. You just click here and you hit the test mode. So here we have a backend query, right? And here, let's see the results from here. So here we had a table editor, we had the tasks. So here we have 1 2 3 4 5. Yes, so let's just sort them by indexed, apply sorting. So we can have 1 2 3 4 5. So yes, they are at the same. So talk to client, make a video, meet with Mike. So these are the same tasks. So let's reorder. Let's check John, for example, buy a book. I put it at the bottom. You see, we've put it at the bottom. So at first it has 2 in the index. Now it has what? It has 3. So let's refresh that, and you see where it is by book. Now we are reordering what? We are not reordering a list of strings. We are reordering a backhand query. We are reordering things in the backhand. So make a video. Buy a book. John's party. So we do a refresh here in Superbase, so we can see. So you see, we are now making changes. Where? In the backhand. From Flutterflow to the backhand, we are reordering what? We are reordering the backhand. This is a very big win for us today, and not for everybody. Of course, not everybody has started the video and finished the video. I know that, but I wanted to congratulate you. Exactly. I want to just say that you are making so much progress, and I am proud. Yes, I have the honor, and I am so proud to be teaching you, because you have finished the video. This shows me that you are very dedicated to learning. And for some people who stop at the video at some point and said, hey, that's complicated, let's go somewhere else, they will never find something like this elsewhere, right? I do my best to make the best content possible in a simple way, by giving you everything I have, and only those smart people will acknowledge this value and eventually watch all of the videos to learn and to get to the next level. And I will do my best to make good content just for you, that person who finished this video. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you can give me some content ideas. Like, if you have a problem that I can help you fix, comment down below, please. If you want to see the next part, like, maybe there is no next part, it is only going to be about loops. To learn more about loops, you can find it in the description down below. And I really hope you will have a great day, and see you in the next video. But before we do that, please don't forget to join my newsletter. The link is going to be in the description down below, so I can give you some exclusive tips and tricks that I don't share here on YouTube. I can give it to you personally, like some tips and tricks about how to get better at development, how to find good ideas, how to build them, how to grow them. I can give you all of that if you join my newsletter, and it's completely free. Join. The link is in the description down below.